Strengthening and keeping flexibility in the cervical spine and in the cervical musculature are many times overlooked, particularly when working with elderly clients. And it's a shame because speech, posture, pain can either be mitigated or improved by isolating and including neck musculature and then remaining or keeping flexibility within the cervical spine as well. So we have a program whereas we use specialized equipment to isolate and include neck musculature. We use a slow, controlled exercise protocol. Whereas in this example, we'll do forward flexion. We start in a neutral position and we do a slow, typically a 3-second concentric, 5-second eccentric exercise till an individual client's temporary muscular failure. So we want to isolate and include that musculature. We can also use the same machine to do extension. And if a client cannot tolerate the extension part of the exercise, it's usually well tolerated by sternocleidomastoids and forward flexion, starting neutral. But sometimes with extension, it can cause numbness or pain, depends on what's happening with the cervical spine. Then we substitute, typically we'll substitute shrugs. So we'll work on the posterior musculature of the neck and the traps and the tie-ins by using shrugs as opposed to extension. Now, equally important is keeping the flexibility of the neck, and we have a stretching regimen. And for brevity's sake, I'll hold the stretches about 5 seconds. Typically, they're about 60 seconds. But the first one is we want to pretend like there's a string on the back of our neck, and we're elongating the cervical spine. And we're not looking down, we're not looking up, we're going straight back, elongating the spine. I hold this about 60 seconds. And then we'll progress, where we'll pull down near the sternum, and then basically ear to shoulder is how we instruct individuals, ear to shoulder to stretch the frontal neck musculature. And you're going to do, of course, both sides. And then grasping a chair and stretching the posterior neck musculature, both sides again, about a minute to stretch each. And then using the door frame, externally rotating and stepping into the frame, typically this is with the door open, at a lower position, about 60 seconds. And then in an upper position, again at about 60 seconds. So with these little regimen, this 12-minute regimen, we can increase and keep flexibility in the cervical spine and also keep and put muscle mass on.